I'd like to call this meeting of the Central Valley School Board order, resolution voting session meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If we do roll call, please.
Ambrose.
Here.
Mr. Analine.
Here.
Ms. Belcastro.
Here.
Mr. Senzo.
Here.
Mr. McDonald.
Here.
Mr. Moad.
Here.
Mr. O'Neill.
Here.
Mr. Ross.
Here.
Ms.
Here.
Thank you.
Public comments on agenda items only. Seeing none. Moving on to agenda items. Board policy item number 1. Approve resolution number 2026-10, authorizing the public school facility improvement grant application for the high school found in attachment A. And number 2, to approve the resolution number 2026-11, authorizing the public school facility improvement grant application for the middle school found in attachment B. I'll entertain a motion. So moved. Mr. Moad, second, Mr. O'Neill. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Anyone wishing to abstain? Seeing none, motion carried. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Mr. Castro, second, Mr. Analine. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Okay.
We'll go right into it. Okay. Now, I will,
Go through all that again.
okay, I'd like to call the workshop meeting of the Central Valley School Board together. March 11th.
Sam?
I do roll again? Do I have to do roll again?
Again.
Probably should.
Okay, roll call, please.
Show the pledge.
Mr. Ambrose.
Here.
Mr. Analine.
Here.
Ms. Belcastro.
Here.
Mr. Senzo.
Here.
Mr. McDonald.
Here.
Mr. Moad.
Here.
Mr. O'Neill.
Here.
Mr. Ross.
Here.
And Mr. Blip.
Here.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I'm the coach gymnastics team.
Nice.
Oh, there's a gymnastic team.
We're all
No,
thinking-
That plane.
Mr. Saccone? Sure. Tonight, we have the members of the two-time back-to-back section champion. Coach Barry Gazda, and they also placed third in the PA state. So, turn it over to Coach Gazda and let her talk away.
Well, the girls are gonna stand up and actually introduce.
Yeah.
Might have to speak up because of the jangle of all the pedals.
My name is Elise Nally and I placed 8th for diamond on vault and I placed 3rd for diamond on beam.
Congratulations.
My name's Brangela, like I placed first in the whip wheel on beam. Third in the all around. And then, at states, I got second on beam in the diamond division. And then. 6th on bars in the diamond division and then 3rd all around. My name's Tori Rosa and at the PA Classic, I got 12 on bars.
Congrats.
I got first on ball at PA Classic, second on beam, and 3rd at Whitfields on ball.
And senior.
I know you guys, friend. I was actually a team manager this year.
Nice.
My name's Harper Krinsky and I placed 9th on bars in the silver position. My name is Jenna Zarinsky. I placed 11th on floor, 11th on beam, and 8th on vault at the PA Classic.
I would kind of get out of it, I got first on the vote for the votes. My name's Billy McDowell, I placed 11th at the PA Classic on vault.
We're missing a few team members today, but we hope to be even stronger next year with only one senior. We have some freshmen coming up. I've been carting all these awards around. I got them all in gray, so they're all ready for wherever you place them. I'm very pleased to coach these girls. Would you want to give these to somebody?
Just a cup. Bring over.
And this is also a banner. I don't know the Happy New Year's if you want to do anything with it. Every year
Great.
they went, they won something.
Oh, they.
Great.
Nice.
Congrats, ladies.
Just so you know, and I don't want to embarrass her, but this is Coach Gazda's 49th year as a junior.
Congratulations. Thank you for coming, girls. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job.
Electric curve too.
I was on the board in 98 when she was here.
40.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Rupert, Charlie.
Back to follow right there, you know that.
That is, yeah. We have awards and now we have audit presentation. Bear with me, all right? Good evening, I'm Charlie with Cipher and Cipher. I handed out a couple pieces of information to you this evening. One is our audit report, two is our management letter, and lastly, our presentation that help puts the audit report into a user-friendly format. Pages are numbered in the bottom right-hand corner. In a very small font, we're going to start with page 2. I'm just testing Marcia's over there.
One, Charlie.
Yes, sir. The financial statements we audited were for June 30th, 2025. One thing we'd like to remind everybody that the audit report is responsibility of your administration. Our responsibility is to tell you where you were at a point in time and how you got there, and to conduct the audit in accordance with governmental auditing standards. You received an unmodified opinion, and as a board, that's what you would expect to hear from your auditor. Move to page 3. For governments that receive more than $750,000 of federal funding, we're required to do a compliance audit. It's called a single audit for federal programs. This year we audited the cafeteria. Should be quite pleased with the administration of that program. It was stellar. No findings in that particular area. As there is an internal control finding relating to reconciliation for the financial statements. Than that, we're all good. Page 4, fund level financial statements. This is basically the daily operations of the school. Our general fund brought in 44.5 million. We spent 46.2 million. Fund balance decreased to $1.7 million. Our fund balance came in at $3,288,000, comprised of $891,000 that was committed for PESers, which was a byproduct of a bond issue a few years back. We have $1 million set aside for technology. We budgeted a $555,000 deficit for the 25-26 budget. And lastly, you have $842,000 of unassigned, which is basically available for daily operations. In the page 5, our capital reserve brought in some interest earnings of $1,600, and it totaled $36,000 at the end of the year. On page 6, we also have a construction fund, which is a bond proceeds that were borrowed a few years back. We had $51,000 of earnings, and we spent $161,000 in construction costs, including a $110,000 decrease. So as of June 30th, we had $4 million in that account. Page 7, your annual budget. probably one of your most important financial decisions that you make in a year. Your revenues. In aggregate came in $300,000, actually $277,000 less than anticipated. Specifically, well, moving to page 8. This is a comparison of your major categories, sources of income. So you can see federal revenues and your local revenues came in very close to where they were budgeted. You can also depict here that our state revenues came in higher than anticipated, but our tax revenues came in much lower than anticipated. Page 9. Our expenditures. Actually, this was pretty good to where we hit expenditures, I believe, within 200 and some $1,000 on a $44 million budget. That's pretty good. You know, you had some one-time costs. You had some costs relating to transportation due to changing contractors that was unexpected, and you had transition with different personnel positions. But all in all, you managed this area very well. If you turn to page 10, we're not going to spend a lot of time with this, but basically this is our major categories of how we spend our money. And on this page, we spent a little more on regular education than anticipated, as well as on page 11, two variances noted there, as I discussed earlier. Our transportation came in a little greater than anticipated, and our maintenance and plant came in less than anticipated. So that's positive. Page 12, your fund balance. You can see here, there's a 5-year history of where you've been, and the fund balance decreased this year by $1.7 million, although we budgeted $1.2 million decrease. So came in according to plan, but I think you want to be cautious. I can remember a few years back to where our fund balance was a couple $100,000. And there's been some heavy lifting that has happened to get our fund balance to where it is. Moving into 25, 26, we're anticipating using another 500,000 of that. So I think it's imperative that moving forward, we attempt to get to a balanced budget. I think that's a goal for you guys to strive to get to. Even to page 13. Talk about the fund balance, inter-fund balances, or the general fund, I believe, owed the cafeteria like $50,000 at the end of the year, which was transferred. Federal programs, as I mentioned, we audited the cafeteria, and the administration of that program is stellar with the verifications of the lunches, that type of thing. Federal programs, for the past 4 years, operations of the school has been supplemented with ESSER funds. 24-25 was the first year which the ESSER funds are gone. So I call it the ESSER's cliff, to where, yes, there were a lot of expenses that were paid that were one-time expenses, but there was also routine expenses that were supplemented with the ESSER's funds, which now is shifted to be local funds. So you need to be careful in this area. One, with that funding, technology, curriculum, to where it has gone paperless, and you need to, and I'm sure Eddie's working of maintaining and developing a cycle of renewing that, so you don't have a bubble, because this stuff's going to break, this stuff's going to need renewed and all that. So you need to be aware of that. In the cafeteria this year, we had positive earnings. It has been decreasing over the last couple of years. And part of that had to do with ESSERS, to where it went from the free lunch school-wide program, and now it's back to paid, free, reduced. And part of that is there were certain grants that districts received that was, it was called a supply chain grant. I mean, districts got $50,000 to $100,000 to pay for milk and yogurt. Now we need to pay for that. Whenever we were filling out our subsidy claims forms, which we've always done in the past, the PDE added a subsidy for you to fill the form out. Now that subsidy's gone. So there's certain funding that has changed, and 24, 25 was like the first year that it's all gone. So you need to be aware of that and move forward in your budgeting process. Lastly, you should be quite pleased with what's happening in the business office. We hit a bump in the road this year, but I think you got a key person here that'll keep you guys on the straight and narrow moving forward. Lastly, I want to thank the board for the opportunity. We've been the auditor for a few years and continue the relationship and say thank you. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out, but.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think before we go on, I think Denise should be recognized in all the work and efforts that's into the business office to get us back on track. And we thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
And
See it every day.
yes, I mean, I think that she is a very good asset to our district.
100%.
Yeah, so very.
Okay. Falco,
Yes, the board held an executive session immediately prior to tonight's meeting to discuss personnel matters, litigation, and to receive information. Thank you.
moving on, we'll be looking to approve our minutes. The voting session minutes from February 19th, 2026. Questions on that? Moving on to the treasury report, Mr. O'Neill.
We'll be looking to pay the following bills. Confirm the February 2026 general fund payment in the amount of $3,097,807.15. Number two, confirm the February 2026 cafeteria fund payment in the amount of $156,349.99. And to confirm the February 2026 construction fund payment in the amount of $49,434.12. Likewise, we'll be approving the February Berkheimer report. Anything else?
Thank you. Okay, agenda items, board policy. Number one, based on the Consumer Price Index, the CPI, for the calendar year 2026, the competitive bid requirement is $24,500, and the price quotation requirement is $13,200. Number two, to approve a contract with Curve Point Corporation, Master Technology Agreement, pending review by the solicitor. Anything else? Negotiation, Ms. McDonald.
No items for today.
Thank you. Education, Ms. Belcastro.
Number one, to approve, confirm the release time, staff development request. Chart you see in the first column, the conference or the location. Middle column, those individuals who will be attending. Third column, the date. Number two, to approve the revised 2025-2026 supplemental positions of department head / practical and fine arts high school.
That's it.
And that's as a result of the resignation of Mrs. Hunter, who held that position before.
Acknowledgement, Mr. Moad.
Been a report this month, thank you.
Athletics, Mr. Ross.
FYI, the athletic committee is recommending to retain the following winter coaches for the 2027 school year. Basketball, Brandon Ambrose; girls basketball, Chris Rasso; gymnastics, Terry Gazda; wrestling, Anthony Dufield; cheerleading, Brandy Miller; swimming, Jamie Economist.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. Extracurricular, Mrs. DeCenzo.
Just as an FYI, part is the designation, the group, and the date.
Thank you. Building and grounds, Mr. Analine.
To approve, confirm the following building usage requests. You could see on the chart there, the building, the organization, and the dates being requested.
Thank you. Personnel, Mr. O'Neill.
One, to approve Jessica Stemler as a paraprofessional at the rate of $18 per hour in accordance with the CVSD agreement, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances, effective February 19, 2026. Two, to approve the resignation of Dominic Johanningmeyer, paraprofessional, effective March 13, 2026. Number three, to approve an unpaid leave of absence for employee ID 1596, cafeteria prep cook, from April 1, 2026 through on or about May 29, 2026. Number four, to approve the resignation of Amy Fuller, cafeteria general worker, effective March 6, 2026. Five, to approve the resignation of Sandra Wieland, cafeteria general worker, effective March 9, 2026. Number six, to approve Melissa Jones as a cafeteria general worker at the rate of $15.59 per hour in accordance with the CVESB agreement, effective March 13, 2026, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Number seven, to approve Debbie Hostetter as a cafeteria general worker at the rate of $15.59 per hour in accordance with the CVESP agreement, effective March 13, 2026, pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Anything else?
Nothing further.
Okay, thank you. Finance, Mr. Ambrose.
Number one, to approve the audit report for the Central Valley School District for fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025, as presented by Cipher and Cipher Certified Public Accountants. Number two, to approve the adoption of Resolution 2026-12, 2026-2027 Beaver Valley Intermediate Units General Operating Budget, which totals $2,952,409. And number three, a motion to acknowledge the annual financial report for the year ending June 30th, 2025. I don't think I have anything else. Do you have anything else, Denise? Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, high school.
Hey, everyone, good evening. First, I want to start and congratulate, under the direction of Mrs. Liz Damp, our entire cast, crew, and the musical department members that were involved in the production of Freaky Friday last weekend. It was an overall success. It was a lot of fun to watch, and the students and staff put hard work into that. So congratulations to each of them. I also would like to congratulate 6 Central Valley students and Mrs. Mandy Goss. These students have double qualified for the Academic Games Nationals this year. So the students include Brooke Ladakos, Chloe Reinstatler, Liam Cairns, Roxanne Murtaugh, Lena Harkar, and Zoe Russell. So congratulations to all those individuals and Mandy. Also, our bots IT or our bots IQ team competed at CCAC last week and was very successful in that competition. They're moving on to a competition in April at Penn West or Cal U, April 10th and 11th. So we wish them all the best. Additionally, at the high school, congratulations to Lacey Lombardi. The high school's been accepted to the Arts Ed Collaborative for next school year. So it's a collaboration of local districts and art teachers for the sharing of some ideas and strategies, and even we may benefit from some resources from that organization as well. And then finally, at the high school, scheduling is starting. We hosted 2 parent nights in the last 2 weeks. A parent scheduling orientation last Tuesday, and then last evening an NCAA initial eligibility center meeting for parents and student athletes. Both were well attended. This was our first time doing that. So we were pleased to communicate the new information with parents, so those students. And so we'll start scheduling assemblies on March 16th. So that's all for the high school. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hartzell. Middle school, Drew.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to start off by just recognizing some of our students for their academic achievements. On March 10th, we had 6 students go to PSU Beaver to participate in the Math 24 Challenge. We had 6 students, and all 6 qualified for the next round of the competition. In order to qualify, you had to get into the top 4. All of our students in each grade did that. I want to take a moment to recognize in 6th grade, Lainey Snyder finished in 1st place and Bryce Cuplet finished in 2nd place. In 7th grade, Zach Noel finished in 4th place. In 8th grade, Preston Johnson finished in 1st place, Dougie Landy finished in 2nd place, and Sammy Cerrone finished in 4th place. In addition to the Math 24 Challenge, our students also just competed in the final academic games of the year of the season. With that, on February 18th, they went to the Beaver County Academic Games, and the focus of this competition, they do a different focus every time, was presidents. So students were studying on not only just facts about presidents, but facts about first ladies. In doing that, we had 8th grader Daniel Raperti earn the top score in the county. Our 7th grader Molly McKissick got the 2nd place in the county, taking 1 and 2. And then finally, both qualified for the national competition for this, as well as 8th grader Bryce Boyd. So we're going to be sending 3 kids to the national competition who applied for that and got to that. Along with that, we also want to recognize our teachers for their hard work. Recently, they've been working with Ms. Hicks to start preparing for the PSSA and having their PSSA preparation meetings. As part of that, they're breaking down the test, understanding exactly what's going to be on it, what percentage of each type of question, looking at and incorporating sample items from the test into their instruction. In addition to, they're planning their 2-week PSSA prep prior to the test to really ramp up and get ready and not only just motivate our kids, but using data to make sure they understand where their weaknesses are, where their strengths are, and attacking that to make sure they're in the best place for this PSSA. And finally, last Wednesday was Spread the Word Day at the middle school, which is an event celebrating inclusion that is really hosted by the Special Olympics and put on by the Special Olympics. So what our school did is we all dressed in our CV gear, and that was actually our Unified Bocce Day, where we had students from different school districts around the county came and visited us for a really magical experience. And so it was just a very good thing. Our students and these students come together and celebrate such a good event and get a chance to perform academically and get cheered on in doing so, which really gave them a lot of confidence. They seem to really enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Todd Lane.
Hi, everyone. Some things going on at Todd Lane. So BizTown was a great success. The feedback that we got from 5th grade students was overwhelmingly positive. They keep asking when they get to go back. Students worked with folks from Mascara Construction, Alcasan, Carmuse, and more. The program was funded entirely by Shell, so we appreciate their support and also the support of the board and the administrative team in helping to provide this great opportunity. And next year, we would love to invite any interested board members to accompany the 5th graders to BizTown. And if you will humor me, I have 2 cards that I'd like to read. One is a thank you card to Mrs. Hiltz. One is one to the members of BizTown, and I just thought they were really cute. Mrs. Hiltz, thank you so much for letting me have a chance to experience what the real world is like and how I have to pay things off. My favorite part was selling my applesauce pouches to other kids and receiving money for my job. I think that's everyone's favorite part. And this one was to BizTown. Dear BizTown, Thank you, BizTown, for such an amazing experience. I had a really fun time working at the radio station. It was exciting to learn how everything works and to be a part of a team. I especially enjoyed getting to speak and see what it's like to be a part of a real station. So just some cute little letters from our fifth graders. Miss Caitlin Cottrell runs our Inclusion Club at Todd Lane, and it's where students learn about how people with disabilities navigate the world. So students in the club learn sign language and Braille, among other things. On Friday, February 27th, Envision Blind Sports came to Todd Lane to present to the Inclusion Club, and then they spent the day at Todd Lane where they hosted small assemblies so that each student had the opportunity to play several blind sports. It was pretty cool to watch and be a part of that. Mrs. Amanda Paletti hosted Todd Lane's second annual cereal drive. We collected 586 boxes of cereal this year, benefiting Central Valley's food pantry. And then any cereal that isn't used will be donated to Families Matter Food Pantry in Monaca. On March 4th, the high school bocce team came down to visit and play with Todd Lane's Bocce Club, and the kids had a blast. And then finally, 6 of our fourth graders competed in the Math 24 competition at Penn State Beaver. Our own Kaylee Cutlip finished 3rd for 4th grade. Thank you so much.
You. Range.
Good evening, everyone. On February 19th, we had Pittsburgh Puppet Works come and have a show for us about kindness and how it relates to ABCs. The kids really loved the puppets. It was really a nice show. We had Mr. Yuck come and have a presentation to first grade on February 26th to try and keep them safe with what not to eat or what not to drink. Dr. Seuss Theme Week started off on March the 2nd to celebrate Read Across America, and we had a special guest, Mr. McCrary, came down and read Green Eggs and Ham with me in the cafeteria to the first graders, and then they got to sample, and he also sampled the Green Eggs and Ham, which he seemed to like. Grade 2 is working on persuasive writing, and they sent me letters to persuade me to get them certain things like class pets, a pool, and also to have no homework. So those were some of the things that they asked for. We had our annual Title I parent meeting last night, which was a really big success. We had a nice full library full of parents. Miss Hicks attended, and we had our teachers, our ASAP teachers, present some resources and ways to help their students at home, their children at home. We are practicing for our first grade musical. It's all about the barnyard animals, and that will take place on March the 19th for the parents. And kindergarten registration started today, and we have approximately 153 students, which is the biggest group that we've ever had pre-register for kindergarten registration. So we started today with a bang, and there was a lot of activity at Center Grange. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And Aaron, I guess.
Yes. Yep, I got it.
All right, winter sports has been complete. All of our winter sports teams are now done. The athletic committee conducted exit interviews with our winter sports coaches on March 3rd. And spring sports official first day was March 2nd for baseball, softball, track and field, and boys tennis. That's it.
You checked with Denise on that, how much money is available for NIL? It was gymnastic.
NIL. We'll have to work on that.
Mark.
Good evening. Just a few updates. Our polar plunge team took the plunge on February 21st. We had 33 team members, raised close to $9,000. And over the past 14 years, I just want to make sure everyone knows that Central Valley community has raised over $150,000 for Special Olympics. And I really would like to thank the community for their ongoing support for those programs. Part of those programs fund our middle school bocce club, which hosted Hopewell Middle School on March 4th. The middle school club also went to Freedom today and will head to Hopewell later on this month. And our unified track season is now getting underway. We have some of our newer staff members who are going to be helping to lead the charge this season. So the team will be coached by Adrian Anzalone, Jason DiBenedetto, and Elizabeth Dodson. In terms of gifted, some of our students are going to be participating in the countywide STEM Connect Challenge on March 26th. Want to wish them luck. I know that they'll represent us well and make us proud. And in addition to that, we heard some of our students who have qualified for the national competition and academic games. We actually have 17 or 18 students who have qualified. So those who haven't been named yet this evening are Braxton Brobeck, Bryce Cutlip, Farrah Flew, Micah Sakin, Nina Raperti, Aurora Apple. I don't know if we heard Bryce Boyd, Liam Hoff, and Molly McKissick, and Brady Foreman. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hicks.
As Mr. Sansonetti said, I've been working with teachers both at the middle school and at Todd Lane really to break apart the test design of the PSSAs and some of those assessment anchors and the standards and how to make sure we're meeting those before the PSSAs, and then also working on our ramp up to prepare our students. Also, I've been working with the administrators because this year Pennsylvania has to give all of the tests online. So I'm working with administrators and the guidance counselors for everything that goes into that. We should be in a good position. We've added one school each year. So it's 3 years for the middle school, 2 years for Todd Lane, and it'll be the first year for the high school. But I have no doubt that that will be successful. And like Mrs. Kasanovich said, there was a great parent night yesterday for the Title I and ASAP program at Center Grange. I want to thank Mrs. Kasanovich, Mr. Werner, Mrs. McAllister, and then also Ms. Morelli for the work they put in, working with our students, and then also presenting the information to our families. The parent night for Todd Lane will be tomorrow. We look forward to that as well.
Thank you. Denise?
I think the audit's complete and we're now on the budget. So I know all the administrators will be working with Sean and I to go over that so we can get ready for the 26, 27.
Ron Miller?
Oh, you're gonna forget about me.
No, no.
Just a couple of items. Student iPads swap are largely completed K to 12. We do have some stragglers that the techs will be taking care of over the next 2 weeks. Staff iPads are about 90% of the way there. We did have some hiccups with the staff laptops, but we've since corrected that, we think. And we will begin that process next week. Also, PCCD announced their next round of safety, security, and mental health grants. We did get the full amount that we were eligible for, which is $143,275. Worked with Denise. We will be applying. That covers one of our RNs for the next 2 years.
Great, thank you. Okay. Superintendent's comments.
Just a couple. I just want to congratulate our gymnastics again and Coach Gaza, and she's informed us she's going to come back for her 50th year. So we were fortunate, 50th year. We're fortunate to have her. And also, as Dr. Hartzell said, the musical, the work that goes into that, the job that our students, Miss Damp, her staff, the students, even the flexibility of our administration and the teachers to allow that to happen, and just seeing how many of our student body come and participate, or just to watch, let alone the number of kids on the stage. Our musical programs here at Central Valley are second to none. I will tell you, from band to the musical, and they just do a great job. And I just want to congratulate them and thank them for what they do. And they surely make us proud for what they put on the stage last weekend. That's it.
Question. Board members' comments.
Yeah, I'd like to also echo what Mr. McCreary said about our choral concert. I thought it was great. Thought the kids did a great job. I thought Ms. Damp did a good job. I had an opportunity to speak there. She said next year she feels it's going to be much better if she can find herself the lead singer and actor in there to take over. It'd be much better than what was this year. That's a tribute to, I want to tribute to Mr. Sircone and his daughter. She did a fantastic job, Sam, as all the kids did, but she had a major part in it, and she really stood out and did a great job. You ought to be proud of you and your family ought to be proud of her, And again, thanks Denise for what, getting that whatever we had to get straightened out in that business office you've done. I mean, that's great. And also to the staff for, you're hearing a lot of great things are going on in your schools. And I tell you, it would be nice too, you mentioned these kids moving on in the math and that, as we had, the gymnastic people here for athletics, if those people move on and get something, and that's in all the buildings, actually, anything, and also, if we get somebody in the bocce, they win something, bring them in, have them present them and have them have an opportunity to stand up in front of us. And, I think that'd be a nice gesture on all of our parts, But you guys are doing a good job and good leaders in our buildings. And obviously our staff's getting the job done, and that's really appreciated, Other than that, that's it.
Anybody else? Else? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Ambrose. Second, Mr. McDonald. Favor say aye.
Aye.
Same, motion carried.